question of nutrition is not just at the heart of our nation's overall health, nor is it limited to our food security. It is the fulcrum of our national security. We are not only what we eat, we are the composition of what we consume. The consequences of malnutrition extend far beyond the health sector. They form the foundation of crises that limit productivity, learning, and ultimately national growth. These are the challenges the Nutrition 774 initiative is designed to address, and I am honored to join you on this march towards a lasting solution. Your Excellencies, the statistics are stark. About 40% of Nigerian children under 5 suffer from stunting, 8% from wasting, and 27% are underweight. These are not just numbers, they represent the faces of children whose futures are at risk before they even begin. This is why the Nutrition 774 initiative is not only an urgent, but also a turning point. By focusing on grassroots impact, we'll ensure that mothers and children across all communities have access to critical nutrition support where it matters most. This initiative is therefore an invitation to all stakeholders, our governors, ministers, local government chairmen, development partners, and the private sector to take action. It is also a pledge to the people of Nigeria that we will not stand by while our children suffer the preventable consequences of malnutrition. His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu embraces this initiative not only as the fulfillment of his promise to the nation, but also as a national priority, because a well-nourished population is a premium insurance for our future. The Nutrition 774 initiative is the first ever national government-led intervention to combat malnutrition at scale. It is designed to improve coordination, financing, and accountability while adopting a multi-sectoral, community-driven approach. Through this initiative, every mother and child, regardless of their location, will have access to life-saving nutrition interventions tailored to their unique needs. The success of this initiative rests on collaboration and the investments we all make to sustain it. I have no doubt that every stakeholder present here today is prepared for the task ahead. The compact we signed today is not merely ink on paper. It is a commitment to the lives of millions of Nigerian children who deserve a future unshackled by malnutrition. The foundation we lay today will determine the strength of our nation tomorrow. As we embark on this journey, let us be guided by the certainty that no investment yields greater returns than investing in the health and well-being of our people.
Honorable Minister for Agriculture, Honorable Minister for Water Resources, and representing the Development Partner Group, the country rep of UNICEF, and representing the private. Thank you very much. Excellent. May I request that all
kind permission of the chairman.
I'd like to affirm the commitment of states to the Nutrition 774 initiative. It's imperative that we elevate nutrition as a national priority. Now, it's a no-brainer for us to see what the challenges are, from stunted growth to education and all that. But that said, all hands on deck. I would like to assure all partners, subnationals, states, local governments, and the federal government, donor partners, private sector, that the states are on board on this program and will be fully committed to drive the agenda.
Today we're gathered to actually look into the Nutrition 774 initiative, which is an initiative that's focused on cascading nutrition interventions, high-impact nutrition interventions, down to the grassroots. What this program does, or this initiative does, is to identify the gaps in tackling malnutrition in the country and to ensure that no community is left behind. A lot of our focus is on improving financing for nutrition, improving coordination, and of course ensuring that we prioritize interventions that are evidence-based best buys. Your Excellency, the Vice President, as Chairman of the National Council on Nutrition, has worked with all key stakeholders through his office, the Office of Vice President. And what we have here is an operations manual that has been co-created with the states and with the local government areas, of course, not forgetting the support of private sector, development partners, civil society organizations. And at this moment, this is how we've come to create this program. Again, it's not about reinventing the wheel, but it's ensuring that we see that nutrition gets to the grassroots. And we've done this over key sectors, such as the health, agriculture, social protection, education, and of course, water, sanitation, and hygiene. With your kind permission, Your Excellencies here present, I'd like to hand over to the Honorable Minister for State Health, who has a brief presentation that would help guide with this launch. Thank you, Your Excellency.
Your Excellency, the governors of our states, Your Excellency, permit me to inform you that I am here with the Minister of Water and Sanitation, who has a critical role to play in this initiative. Also with me is the National Chairman of Algon, and of course, a very important partner in this initiative, UNICEF, is also here represented. This program, permit me to say, is actually N36774, because it is a program that we plan to implement with the full consent and full involvement of the states, and ensure that the program is taken to the grassroots so that we can give Nigerian children the best opportunity to thrive and be the best they can be. As you know, Your Excellencies, Nigeria is the most populous country in Africa, the sixth in the world, and 50% of our population is below the age of 18. If you look at the pyramid that is shown, the population pyramid, you see that we are very heavy at the base, which shows that there's a high dependency rate in our country. Next slide, please. However, Your Excellency, our human and capacity development and health outcomes are not very, very good. If you look at it, you see that a child born in Nigeria today will only be 36% as productive as she could be if she enjoyed complete education and full health. And why is this? This is because despite all the efforts, Nigeria is not meeting its target to achieve its nutritional goals. And you find out that 40% of under 5 Nigerians, children below the age of 5, are stunted. That means they are short for their age. 20% of Nigerian children under 5 are underweight, and about 80% are wasted. Research has shown that nutrition plays a very, very important role, and when there is undernutrition, it has a negative impact on the cognitive development, the educational attainment, and the productivity of our children later in the life. Therefore, this is an aspect, if we really want to develop the human capacity of Nigerians and ensure that our children are able to perform optimally, this is an aspect that we must give a lot of attention to. So the N36774, permit me to say that, Your Excellency, is based on the National Council on Nutrition's 5-pillar strategy to address grassroots malnutrition. It has a decentralized coordination. There's data for accountability. The financing is broad. That is going to involve the federal government, the state governments, the local governments, our partners like UNICEF and other partners, to ensure that fund is made available. And the federal government on its part has created the Nutrition Investment Fund. And this Nutrition Investment Fund is to be used to incentivize the participation of states and local government to ensure that we take nutrition intervention to the grassroots. It's also going to scale nutrition interventions and to ensure that it is not only looked at in a narrow pathway. We involve water resources, it involves social protection, it involves education and other sectors that are critical like that. This initiative is facilitative, collaborative, multi-sectorial to achieve local impact. So we're going to be pleading with the governors to please initiate and create Department of Nutrition in key strategic ministries in their states, like in the Ministries of Education, the Ministry of Health, Ministry of Agriculture, Water Resources, even Information and Budget and Planning, so that this multi-sectorial approach to this program is properly enhanced. So if we look at the governance structure, it is a governance structure that has a steering committee at the national level, a management committee at the various levels of government, including at the community levels, headed by the World Community Development Chairman, so that this program can go to the grassroots. Your Excellency, we call on our Excellencies governors, all partners, the local government, agencies of government, and the community to commit to this initiative, align resources, and take decisive action to end malnutrition in Nigeria and unlock the full potential for human capital development in Nigeria. There's a compact that has been prepared that we are asking to be signed between the federal government, the state governments, and the local government overseeing Your Excellency, the Vice President.
say on. The main governor, therefore, no resident was there.